So this is to address portions of the 6 meridians that pass through the legs. The 3 yin meridians, which are spleen, liver, and kidney, and the 3 yang meridians, which are stomach, gallbladder, and bladder. Now, like I mentioned, the yin meridians of the legs start in and around the foot and go up and end on the torso. And we're going to be concerned about the portion that starts on the foot and comes up the inside or yin side of the leg to the groin. Implant of some sort. So when we're doing these, we want to pay attention to. We're going to start by positioning the leg out a little bit, and we're going to start by compressing. Okay, just like we did before, just to loosen it out first. Compress. And then we're going to start with the beginning. So we're going to thumb the spleen meridian. Spleen meridian starts at the lower corner of the nail. So we're just going to thumb, just push our thumb in, and then go right into the source point, which is at the base.
The curvature.
And then just come up. I'm going to go like this. Okay. So, come closer. So, spleen meridian, here, in front of the malleolus. And then when you stimulate spleen meridian, can anyone identify this bone? Tibia. So you want to come and compress, not straight down, but the spleen meridian is up underneath the tibia. So when you stimulate the spleen meridian, it's called hooking, where you want your fingers to curl up underneath. Okay, and you want to do this easy because it's very sensitive usually. Okay, so you understand that's up underneath the tibia. Okay. So in this position, it's nice to take it just up to up underneath this bone here. So this is spleen 9. Okay. And then you want to come back. So that's spleen. That's one of the yin meridian. Liver starts on the inside of the nail, right? Compressing. The webbing gives you the source point. Liver 3, right? Comes onto the top of the foot, also in front of the malleolus. And if you look at this portion, just divide it into 3 even lines. So the spleen is up underneath the tibia. The liver is just a little bit more medial, and this is straight down. So then this is liver. Just sink in. Okay? Just sinking in. Make sure you do the source points. Right to the knee. And the kidney is the last yin meridian. It starts on the bottom of the foot, right? So you want to start with kidney 1. And then the kidney meridian comes up through the arch and comes in the back here of the malleolus. And this is where the source point is, kidney 3. You just lean in. And then this is the most yin, or most medial, of the 3 yin meridians. Almost. Because there's a point where the last point on the kidney meridian is in between the tendons here of the hamstring. So, check this out now. That when we're starting routine, depending where you're at, we do these things, we do this, yeah? You could go right up the leg right here if you want. You can do these, right, like this. Yeah. Okay, so you can do them this way. In Thai massage, like they'll do this and then they'll come down, do the other meridian. You can do all 3 of them. I don't want you to, only for this reason. It's not a controlling thing, but I just want you to think about which way the meridians are naturally running. That's all. Because sometimes it might be appropriate to go back, but then you have the opposite way, but you need to base that in diagnosis. So for me, I think that you get more of a sense of the meridian if you're going in the direction that it's going. So If you want to do it singularly or here, that's completely up to y'all. You know, but so that's spleen, liver, and kidney. I want you to make sure you know where they begin. Follow the pathway up to the knee. Do the source points. So this is spleen source point. This is liver source point. This is kidney source point. And address those 3 lines. Okay?
And kidney starts
At the bottom of the foot. So it's in line with the 3rd toe. Just underneath the bony arch, there's a indentation there. And this is the bubbling spring. It's called kidney bone.
Okay.
Were you going to say something?
Do we stop at the knee or are we going?
Well, I was just saying, if you're doing this position, it gets a little awkward here. So usually what I'll do is like I'll take the leg out and I'll do up to the knee, and then I'll bend and come and position myself, and then do the rest of the spleen.
And so the 3 meridians, they just have like the same relationship with one another? On the
Pretty much. Now when you look at a chart, you're going to see some nuances where the meridian goes slightly this way and that way. You know, but I found that in just laying it out the first time, it just, first of all, understand that, okay, there are 3 yin meridians. Okay, that's a bit of information. And then they start on the foot, and we're only doing a portion. And then just get the general location. And I think the more you work them, the more you'll start to get into it a little bit. And your curiosity, natural curiosity, will take you to the chart, and you can say, oh, this one goes over here a little bit, this and that. But in the beginning, to lay that all out, it's just too much. But you bring up a good point. There is some nuance there that you should look at later on, just so that you develop a clear sense of a relationship with the work, for sure. Okay, let's stop that.